Welcome back, Fleet Commanders. In today's episode, we witness the relentless power of Chaos as they continue their invasion of Scelus. The Chaos Armada, led by the fearsome Chaos Lord Malos Vrykan, launches a devastating assault against the Imperium in DORSIA. As the battle reaches its climax, a new threat emerges from the depths of space. The Eldari, ancient and enigmatic, join the conflict. If you're enjoying the series, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling battles from the Warhammer 40k universe. May the Dark Gods guide us.
As the War Master wills. This is the last known Imperial rally point. This will be a dangerous hunting ground, filled with wreckage and false signals. A good place for an ambush. Indeed, another opportunity to prove your worth.
And thus the special military operation in DORSIA has commenced. We have brought a fairly powerful fleet because I'm expecting a pretty hectic fight against the Imperials, as well as the ability to really scout out the battlefield. We brought as many carriers as we could muster from the Dark Mechanicum, as well as the battle barge itself. Just checking the ranges here. I want to keep the Imperials at maximum distance. We've got a nice selection of cruisers with long-range weapons and also a short-range brawler. But we do not want to get anyone close to us. We don't actually know if we're fighting Imperials, Space Marines, or Mechanicum fleet. Okay. Set the escort to the side. It's going to be our eyes only. And we'll try and fit in the other flagship here behind Malos's battle barge. These battle cruisers are Hades. We'll keep them as a support. Out to the left wing. With all that said and done, we'll set the battle groups 1, 2, and Lonely 3, and we are ready for deployment.
Don't allow censored ghosts to lead you into a trap. You have a recommendation, Malevolence. Reach forth your hand. Let your escort vessels and squadrons uncover the battlefield's truth. Save your warships for when the unbeliever's trap is sprung. Agreed. We'll use their own snare against them.
Alright, so we've got contacts all over the scope, which is going to make finding the Imperials a bit hard. We'll get the battle cruisers up into a void cloud. They have very long range weaponry, and we'll use them to pick off any escorts. We sent out the fighters to try and identify some of these contacts. It looks like all the ones in the center are ships, and the ones coming in from the sides are the sensor ghosts. So the fighters have identified our foe. Just going to push a battle line straight up the center and have our escort on the side to scout.
Task Force retribution. Heretic forces are converging on our position. Break and attack. Target and destroy all enemy signatures.
It seems we've been detected. Good. I tire of skulking amidst old bones.
Excellent. Right, we're fighting the Imperials. So as long as we keep them at range, don't let them get close for rams and big broadsides with their macros, we should be fine. Just going to pick off all the escorts with our long-range lancers. We should be able to get 2 or 3 of them before they get close. Converge in our lines. Escort's got no orders, so we'll send him in. Just going to scour the sector. We'll go into a circular formation. We don't have to worry about overlapping fire in this game, so we can use a formation that maximizes firepower. Send out some more scouts. Cleaned up that first wave of frigates. Oops, misclick there. Alright. Go the high energy turn. For whatever reason, because it's fun, we want to lure them into our cruiser formation.
Enemy ships
These guys are nice and secure until they get within close identification range, which is 4,500 meters.
Reporting.
So we've got a nice little ambush from this cloud here.
Your orders.
And we'll dump in some assault teams, I think. We've been identified. So we'll put in the lightning strikes. And then we'll look to move, I think. There are another cruiser coming as well.
Warp strike successful, Master.
Let's get out of here.
Moving to those coordinates.
We'll have to give up the safety of the cloud, but that's okay. We need to take out all of the escorts to remove their ability to scout us out. Bring our bad boy up here. It's not going to do much on his lonesome.
For we strike from the warp.
We're giving a good account to the scouts, which is what we want. We want to get rid of the ability for the enemy to scout us out.
As the War Master wills.
I'm not sure if the AI are affected by this sensor ghost anomaly like we are. But if they are, we'll try to take advantage of it.
Your orders.
Heading the main line back to a cloud to re-stealth them.
It's hot.
And I think we might join the battle cruisers into that main line.
Show us our victims.
Put a ping out, make sure everything is safe around this zone and move in a little bit closer.
For the War Master.
Yeah. So we now have one homogeneous battle line.
Stand ready.
And we're going to try and encircle the enemy. As the line runs through that cloud, they will have the opportunity to recloak. Not sure what's happening there. The formation stalled a little bit because one of the cruisers is facing the wrong way. What are you doing, bud? Turn around. You got confused about that order, but it doesn't matter because our fire is absolutely eviscerating the Imperial forces. We have them fire coming on them from two sides, which is highly effective. These guys here have lost the ability to shield, but no matter, we've taken out the close range forces. There appears to be a ship in the clouds there, taking advantage of the stealth. We'll move our escort up and ping him. Absolutely annihilating the Imperial flagship. Oh, we've been spotted. Go dark and ping, and then we'll get this guy out of here. So now that ship in the clouds has been identified, we can open fire on him as well. Brutal amount of damage from those lance weapons. The Imperials are probably our easiest fight, I think, so far. They are very easy. We counter them very well. Space Marines are another thing.
Vengeful justice and leave the vessel ripe for capture. Who are you? Why should I believe your claims? Because I am Arben Talus, forerunner of the Alpha Legion. I can do as I claim. All you need do is stand. This is a sign of rising fortunes. Trust to the sire of Alvarius. Engage with and spare the Dark Ages bloodshed. Very well.
Alright, so we got help from the Alpha Legion. That is truly a blessing, as long as we keep them on our good side and never trust them. Meanwhile, the remnants of the Imperial fleet are getting absolutely annihilated, but there are a bunch of sensor contacts coming in from the north now. No doubt a Space Marine fleet, as the briefing just said. So we need to get everybody cloaked ASAP, and we need to get a scouting force out. Switching to long range, make sure everyone's on long range weaponry. We'll ping those, they just sensor ghosts, unfortunately.
As the War Master wills.
Formation is floundering a little bit because we've been doing lots of violent turns. We're just waiting on our strike craft to be reloaded, and then we'll send them out as scouts. As soon as I get the ability to upgrade my Admiral skills, I'll be getting things like scout probes and other interesting skills that make it much easier to find the enemy. Bunch of boarding torpedoes coming in from the Space Marine ships. Our fighters making short work of them, but not being able to use them to scout now.
We stand ready.
No matter, our little escort is going to push up towards this cloud, and once he's in range, he's going to ping. We've been identified by enemy fighters, but we are turning back through the cloud. Uh-oh. They made short work, did they? Are they our fighters?
Moving to those coordinates.
Yeah, they're our fighters. Awesome. Oh dear, we just got instantly alpha striked. And it looks like they dropped a Nova cannon on us, or a stasis bomb. His sacrifice was not in vain then. The Nova cannon is a counter to line formations. It disrupts them heavily, especially if they dropped it right in the middle.
Show us our victims.
You have to turn all port or all starboard and boost out of it.
For the ruinous powers.
Does a lot of damage.
Show us our victims.
They will drop Nova cannons on unidentified ships too, so we do need to be careful. If they can see a blip, they may drop it on us.
We stand ready.
Send out the scouts. Looks like there are 5 more ships in that formation.
Reloading ordnance. Engines
We've been identified by the escort, so we'll head back through the cloud. We don't want him to take too much damage. They do have long-range lancers on us. Oh, we have been identified. The whole fleet. Not ideal. And here comes the battleship.
Tracer vessels identified. Prepare to engage all.
Now is the moment. I have blast doors rigged to seal off the bridge. Send your strike teams and the vessel will be...
Whoa, he just got caned.
Stand ready, Talos. Strike
Turn him
teams
away.
are mobilizing. Make haste. They're tracing my signal.
Outward transmission detected. There is a traitor aboard. Find and kill him.
This is no time for delay.
Alright, the shields are down.
Flagship.
We need to get in close and just dump him with boarding actions. I've already sent in some boarding pods. And send in the last squadron. There we go. Now we just need to absolutely melt through the crew. Everybody has to board it.
Claws away.
Lightning strikes from every ship that's in range. We don't want to damage it too much. Oh, they've dropped a Nova cannon on us. Fortunately, the Super Void shields will negate that. That's why we keep that Super Void shield on the flagships.
Bear us, for we strike from the warp.
It does do morale damage, so we need to keep that in mind. Is everybody else in range yet? Let's go, get close. We need to crit their engines.
Warp strike successful, master.
Some of our ships are efficient at boarding, like the battle barge. Others are not so much. So the battle barge's assault actions will do more damage. Let's send them again. Lightning strikes. Oh, his shield's up. Can't do that. We need to get the shields down.
Master Tyrael is dead. The bridge is under our command. Resistance elsewhere is fading as we vent the compartments. into
Okay, so that we only had to get him down one
Diagnostic
crew step.
system loss.
That's good.
Done well. If shielded, he may prove a valuable
Right, so now we need to clean out the rest of these Space Marine ships who are trying to counterboard the Vengeful Justice. And they've rammed one of our cruisers. Not ideal, the flagship too.
We stand ready.
Alright, let's head back into circular formation.
Unstoppable.
I'm pretty confident we can get these guys pretty quick.
We stand ready.
Space Marine ships are very resilient.
Our strike team slaughtered them.
What am I going to do? Lightning strikes. Call to arms because he's got a lot of boarding actions on him.
Show us our victims.
Get over the Thunderhawk squadrons. We're going to board these guys out. trying to get them into call to arms status, which stops them from using skills.
Repair that damage at once!
Battleship is getting away, but it's got damaged engines because of us. Shouldn't have crit his engines.
As the War Master wills!
Things look like they're coming under control. A couple of our cruisers are caught on the outside, so we'll send some help back up in the form of the main line. Just takes a brutal amount of damage to get through the armor of the Space Marine ships. Or you have to use skills to negate it, like the Thunder Squadrons here. They take away 25 armor.
Successful master!
That's what it says it does on the stat card anyway, so let's go for it. Yes. Let's do it. Taking him down. Glorious. Let's get a nice close-in view for the final explosions.
Another victory for the gods. Auspexes detect nothing save wreckage.
Talis, you have served me well.
Victory for Chaos.
We have much to discuss. I would be honored.
Ooh.
I will join you as soon as
Welcome,
this vessel's
Altharius.
last resistance is purged.
So at that battle, we just lost a singular escort. So our tactic of a line against the Imperium worked out very well. The sense of battle is a lot to winning the battle.
From Imperial vessels have fled your wrath.
Let them run. I sought to send a message.
We of the Alpha Legion excel in delivering such tidings. Have a care. The sons of Altharius are masters of deception. Keep them close, but not too close.
Agreed. Return to your vessel, Instigator Talis. I will find you employment soon enough.
As you command. I confess you exceed my expectations.
As we should. The remaining Imperial forces are rallying and have been crushed. We have done it. Just short of a new renown level, unfortunately. From now on, the interfering signals event may take place during battles. Right, so now we have a dilemma, because I rushed into this system to finish that special objective, and now we have to fight the Eldar, and they have quite a large presence here. If we were to retreat,
Warlord Vrykan,
we would lose a lot of
are
ships.
you a mewling cur? The false Emperor's warriors are regrouping. Why have you not broken their resistance?
They have proven more determined than anticipated. Even now, a Lord Admiral's spire marshals the defenders of the Aegis Ocularis Eastern Fringe. Perhaps worse, an Inquisitor Darkhammer has rooted out many of our operatives and infiltrators, blinding our great work.
No excuses. I am the chosen of Abaddon. I command you to bring Spire to battle. Scatter his fleet and his hopes.
As you command.
Hellbreed has closed the channel. He sees you as a threat, but we need not play his game. However, we cannot sit idle. Spire is a distant threat, but Darkhammer? We should put Drang to use. Lure Darkhammer into a trap.
I concur. It is past time Drang proved his worth.
Back to the matter at hand, we're fighting the Aeldari, and it looks like we have 2 Corsair fleets and a Drukhari fleet to fight. Now, I've got a new skill on Malos, which lets him have expanded sensor range for his light cruisers and escorts. So I moved one of the escorts from the Heretic fleet to the War fleet, just to take advantage of that sensor thing. And that will be a huge advantage against the Aeldari, as we'll be able to spot them all the time and just smash them with our lance weapons. So our second battle in the DORSIA system, coming off the back of that special operation just a second ago. Now we're in for some... This is going to be difficult because they've fortified the system and they have 3 fleets which have significantly more fleet power than us. So it's going to be a tough fight against the old Eldari. They do have powerful weaponry, and if they get in close and they scatter your formation, they will wreak havoc on you. They don't have shields though, they have hollow fields. And if the hollow field is charged, your chance to hit them is reduced significantly, even with a 100% accurate weapon. So our escort now has a range of 18,000 units just with his standard scanners. And any light cruisers that the Warfleet gets from now on will have the same stat. I've got 2 carriers. They have low troop count, but the carriers will be vital as well because the Eldari have pretty good strike capability and they like to send them out to scout you out and destroy all your turrets. Get the close range cruisers at the front of the line. The Phaenite Thorns, the Dark Mech Thorns. I moved one of the Thorns to the Warfleet as well, so he would get the advantage of that scanner upgrade. Have the cruiser murders off to the side. So a lot of the ships that fought in the last battle, except with the exception of the carriers, are having a rest, and this was the backup fleet. So the battle barge and the battle barge and the carriers are the only ones that carried over from the last battle.
We stand ready.
And these were the B team.
We are unstoppable.
The murder cruisers are basically like a Hades battle cruiser, and only slightly less armed. Stats wise, they're identical.
We stand ready.
The Eldari also have fortifications in the system in the form of 5 stations, but they don't seem to be as good as the Imperial ones. The Imperial ones are full-on fortress monastery looking things. Trying to balance out the crew a little bit here, but we've taken crit damage doing that. That was silly. And I've done it to the battle barge too. Just trying to top up the carriers. It's important that they stay alive. Balancing out all the crew across all the ships. When you're out of battle, that can be okay. We did take a crit damage, but we can easily repair that. Here come the fighters! They have spotted us, and they're very strong from memory. So I think it's going to take a whole lot to fight these guys off.
Your orders.
And now we've been spotted by them, which is not ideal.
Unstoppable.
Not ideal at all. Having the Eldari know where you are at all times, especially if there's a Drukhari fleet in there. The Drukhari are even more powerful. They have stealth fields rather than hollow fields, so when theirs is charged, you can't spot them.
Enemy ship sighted.
There we go, first line of engagement there. That extra sensor range is really beneficial. It also marks the target so they can't re-stealth, which is crazy good skill. So once they go into that first range, for the next 40 seconds or so, they are completely marked. And even if they run silent, they can't hide. And having that on such a small ship is so good. I could see you just having one singular escort hidden in the formation to just really extend out the range of your bigger ships as identification range. Right, the Eldari, they're sitting at max range. Oh, they're doing the boost. They usually boost in, drop torpedoes, and then do a thing called Vol's maneuver to boost away backwards.
Enemy ship sighted.
I don't need to worry too much about keeping this particular escort alive because we do have a light cruiser. But we shouldn't throw him away. That is a 25-point escort, one of the most expensive. Send out some lightning strikes to get those criticals on there. I believe you want to crit their generator so they can't use the hollow field. I could be mistaken. Send out some Doomfires to take these guys down. Oh, Eldari torpedoes are very fast too. So they like to boost in, drop those super fast torpedoes and then boost away. Gotta be super mindful of it. Unfortunately, you don't get to play as the Eldari in the campaign, which would have been cool. Arguably, they are one of the better factions when played by a human though, so it might be a bit overpowered. So even at close range, because his shield was charged, he wasn't taking any damage until he stopped.
Show us our victims.
But we are just chewing through these guys. That identification range and marking is just priceless. Got 2 flagships coming in, and we're heading back to get stealthed again.
Show us our victims.
They haven't really produced any long-range stuff at the moment. Some Eldari ships have like a nose cannon laser that runs for 3 seconds and does crazy damage as well. Can't remember what it's called. Yeah, they just did it to that cruiser on the rear of the formation and it took his shield down in one go.
Engines hot.
This guy's damaged. And he is our carrier.
For the ruinous power.
He's running a lot slower than everybody else. Holding up the formation slightly. The Aeldari certainly aren't playing to their strengths at the moment. Sitting at their max range to fight us is not ideal. Sitting still is not ideal for the Aeldari.
Warp strike successful, master.
Their whole shtick is momentum.
Your orders.
This guy's in trouble too, getting picked off at the rear while he waits for the traffic jam to get through the cloud.
For the war, master.
Just boost him forward to get the formation moving. Criticaling the deck of another Aeldari ship with that really powerful sniper weapon that that escort has. And the Eldari are sitting right off of our weapons blind spot too, so they're having free shots at the moment. But as the rest of the guys turn around, that changes.
Your orders.
Surely that wasn't all of their fleet points. Come on, where are you? They have 3 fleets. Yeah. Very strange, unless they got something massive. Slowly does it as we make our way towards the battle stations. We should be mindful of their range. It's been identified again. Right, there are a few more ships moving in from the north. Going to be a traffic jam here if we're not careful. I think I might get this guy off the battlefield now. Almost tempted to anyway. Don't want to lose him. All sorts of chaos going on, literally, with the formation. So we're going to go all port, line abreast. Probably a good call. They've launched a humongous amount of torpedoes at us astern. I think they may hit. He's going to take one to the engine. No, he shot it just before. Very lucky. They're very damaging. Super Void Shield absorbing all of the damage.
Warp strike successful, Master.
Now we want to turn everyone around and come back the other way.
Adjusting rotation. We stand ready.
Oh, he's got no boost available because his engine's a crit. I need to get him off the battlefield.
For now,
Bunch of torpedoes coming in.
prepare my ship or else. Reporting.
This little light cruise is boosting forward at maximum speed. Get a boarding action on him. Make him reconsider his choices. Okay, we've got a little bit heavier ships coming in now.
Show us our victims.
They're using that prow weapon I was telling you about.
Engines hot.
But sitting still is not ideal for Eldari. Perhaps the AI can't handle the movement needed.
Unstoppable. Our minions rampage through their ship.
Heavy macro damage to that cruiser up to the north there. Lightning strike to get that battle plan off of the light cruiser.
I cannot master.
These things here have got a fairly large firing range,
For the War Master.
despite being lightly armed and armored.
Feel us, for we strike.
So we need to come away from those battle stations. That's only assisting the Aeldari fight me.
Boarding attack successful, Master.
Super Void Shield activated again. Just in time to stop the shield from running out.
Setting course.
I'm switching back to lock on, just so I can get the criticals on the hits that I do get.
Minions rampage through their ship.
Also increases accuracy somewhat.
Prepare my ship or else.
This guy needs to get out of the fight. You are done, sir. Retreat.
Set engines to full ahead.
Oh, I've given the wrong order. He's gonna crash.
Stand ready.
He's gonna crash. And he's made one of the dark mech ships mutiny as a result of that collision. We need to turn off the boost. He's lost control of the helm. As a micromanagement mistake, we've lost 2 ships as a result of that collision instead of 1. You can't even help him stop the mutiny. He hasn't got enough crew.
Show us our victims.
Meanwhile, the main formation has left a couple of drifting hulks here, so we'll make sure we clear that out. It's another one up to the north, but we'll forget about that. There we go, another drifting hulk.
Your orders.
Every time they want to recrew that ship, it costs them 5 crew points to do it from another ship. And if you get too close,
Stand ready.
they scuttle them, like he's doing right now.
We'll follow your command.
Set up a line. Try and reform our cohesion.
Show us our victims.
We've lost a couple of ships to ineptitude.
For the War Master.
Turn up a little bit, I think. We'll try and hit him with a lightning strike. But it doesn't work when they've got hollow fields activated.
I cannot master.
And while he's moving, they won't go away. Unless I ram him.
We return to the warp.
Let's bomb him.
Fires unleashed.
Torpedo bombers. And there, now that he's stopped, his hollow field is deactivated.
I cannot master.
And now we just pour the critical damage on.
Reporting.
Oh, there's 2 torpedo spreads coming. Boost.
Warp strike successful, Master.
That was fairly close. Oh no, it's going to hit the guys in the background.
Show us our victims.
2 torpedo hits. They're those secondary torpedoes things you need to worry about just because it missed the main target. It's actually did a substantial amount of damage to that cruiser.
The warp. For the War Master.
Yeah, this is the Eldari ships that just keep coming. They keep every time we kill one, They just bring them back on as reinforcements. Trying to ram my way through this guy, destroying the solar sails. We'll try and ram this guy here too. Nope, didn't work as we swung around, but we need to get out of the danger there. We have lost our shields, and we've got 12 seconds until super voids are back up. Okay, let's turn about to give the flagship some support while his shields are down. Super void shield activated, bringing them to maximum strength. If only I had a Nova Cannon, I could finish all those guys off right now. Oh, we need to brace for impact. And that Drukhari ship is completely annihilated. Didn't even leave a scratch, I don't think. Making sure to ping any enemies, because Drukhari have stealth fields.
Vengeance will be ours next time.
The stealth game is basically of no hope, but at least we still have our little escort here. Keeping the eyes on.
Reloading ordnance. Your orders.
Get some boarding actions in on this dude.
We stand ready.
Turn about. We don't want to go through that asteroid fields. Double asteroid fields. They are focusing down Malos' ship. We need to bring some reinforcements on now. A couple of cruisers will do. Yeah, it's time to hit rapid reload, and we're going to get out of here. And meet up with our reinforcements to increase our strength somewhat. Deck is down, so emergency repairs activated.
Warp strike successful, Master.
Okay, put these guys on long range because they're coming into the fight, and they have very long range lances. Already getting hits from maximum range. We've lost the deck on the Litany of Damnation, but the shields are reactivated. Alright, we're all met up. We need to form up a solid battle line so we can bring all of our weapons to bear. Another Drukhari ship on a suicide run. Did like 100 hull damage. There we go. Now we're going to have a look at the fight from this section as we line up. What was it? Drukhari ship slipped right into the net here.
For the dark gods.
Giving too many orders here. Need to repair that deck.
Or else.
Rapid reload for all. Debris is somewhat of an issue, blocking a lot of our lance shots. We've got 5 ships to go. We should be able to chew through them without a worry now that we've got a little bit of extra reinforcements in the form of a couple of battle cruisers. And then that will let us really smash out their emplacements.
We stand ready. Moving to those coordinates.
I'm going to get this guy out of here. He's a little bit too damaged for my liking.
Setting course.
Get a sneaky extra shot from the portside guns as we go away.
For the War Master.
We managed to steal the battle plans with this light cruiser, so we need to get out of here too, so they don't take them back. Battle plans are vital in the early game.
Reporting.
Like a currency that help you stop invasions and unlock new sectors, etc. The Eldari are caught in the asteroid field now. But we refuse to be drawn past the asteroid field. I want them to come at me through it.
Quite successful, Master. For the War Master.
Couple of ships doing their own thing. Get him back around.
Adjusting rotation. We stand ready.
Take a moment to rest and recoup. Get all of their skills back up. We are taking some effective rear shots, so we'll try and get this guy away.
Reporting. We'll follow your command.
Drukhari ship boosting in.
As the War Master wills. Show us our
Escort's about to get run over by the Litany of Damnation. We don't want that. And we'll keep him stealth within the formation so he doesn't take damage while he scouts out everybody. So they're coming at me through the asteroid fields, which is ideal. And we just slowly make our way around. Torpedoes inbound, stop the formation. Send out some reply torpedo bombers. They're trying to use their evasive maneuvers while at a standstill, and it's not working. You need to have momentum. So now it's just a matter of mopping them up, really.
We'll follow your command.
They don't scare us anymore. 3 entire fleets of Eldari.
For the ruinous powers.
I'm not sure if we had any losses. It's been a pretty frantic battle. I know we've had a couple of retreats. The mutiny. And yeah, and the retreat from the collision. But I don't think we've had any major losses. We'll have to wait and see. Broadsides, lance weapons, fighters, making effective work of the Eldari's remaining ships.
Setting course.
And now we just have to contend with their battle stations, but they don't actually look very scary in comparison to the Imperiums.
For the War Master.
I think the Tau put up more of a fight than the Aeldari did. You haven't seen the Tau fight? I think it was last episode. Check it out. And as we have a stretch, we'll get ready for the siege to finish off and secure the system of DORSIA for ourselves. As long as we stay outside of 18,000 units, we are fine, and a lot of our lance weaponry are at 22,000 units, so it's going to be a fun ride for the Eldar. This guy's not optimized because they have broadside and prow weapons. Turn them towards the target. Nose on. So I noticed that their weapons, they only have very little weapons, so once you critical the weapons, just come in real close. You'll boost the entire formation in. It's the Dark Mechanicum Phaenite Thorn, finishing off the Aeldari in this sector and harvesting their technology for the dark will of their masters.
Master wills. We've crushed an enemy defense platform.
Victory is ours. 2 hard-fought battles in the DORSIA system before it has succumbed to chaos. Let's have a look and see if we actually took any damage. Serious damage taken for the Warfleet, but no actual damage, and a whopping 2,050 renown. Because of the apparent weight distribution of points in that battle being heavily in the Eldar's favor. Battlecruiser Hades. We've got a few serious criticals, but nothing too serious. Get a new upgrade point, and we've made it to Renown rank 5. Beautiful. We've also gained access to Arbon Talus and the Sin of Envy. Formerly the Space Marine battleship that we captured is now under the sway of the Alpha Legion. That's really going to scale up our power. It's got a lot of those skills that we've already upgraded. Anyway, nonetheless, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to tune in next time as we expand chaos throughout the sector. Until then, Commander Tyrael, out.